That's what it looks like.
Number 34, Brad Ludwig. Number 43, Ricky Oliver. Number 44, Bo Weddle. Number 55, Nate O'Brien. Number 61, Barry Klein. Number 63, Brad Dimmerling. And number 66, Randy Truax. Number 68, Heath Wells. Number 70, Andrew McIntyre. Number 71, Josh Dalrymple. Number 78, Justin Vatros. Number 80, Billy Fitz. Number 81, Matt Cole. Number 84, Jesse Nippert. Number 88, Dustin Rose. Manager, Jerry Duncan, Raylene Hinthorn. Coaches of the 7th and 8th grade and junior high, Bill Moran, Matt Singleton, Chuck Roberts, J.R. Young, and Chuck Briggs. I would also like to introduce the cheerleaders. Okay, the cheerleaders, Amy Craddock, Lucille English, Ashley Fuller, Rachel Merrifield, Stacy Pyatt, Tina Pyatt, Jamie Randall, Ashley Robbins, and April Russell. And Sarah McNeil is also a
All right, here we are, already week 3 of the season, and tonight the Monroe Central Seminoles will meet the Tolsia Rebels out of Tulsa, West Virginia. This is Jeff Stevens once again with you, along with Brian Easterling and Joe Palmer and Dale Eddy. Dale, tell us everything you know about the Tulsa Rebels.
Well, I don't know a whole lot, Jeff. I do know that they are 2-1. They lost a tough one last week, a 1-point loss. And I know they're a team that has some size. And, you know, you can't tell with a team that far away, not getting a lot of press on them. You don't know it, but you have to respect them. I think it's somebody that we have to take serious.
Well, we're off to a better start already. We kept the horse away from the smoke.
The horse did a great job.
We eliminated that problem at the beginning of the game. You know, the captains are meeting out at the center of the field right now. Had the coin toss earlier.
They've got some tremendous height, you know, just some people that we want to be looking at. If you watched Jay's show last night, he was talking about some of the boys. Jimmy Boone, who's an end, number 85, is 6'5". He goes in at 200 pounds. He's a senior. You know, that's a lot of beef. Charlie Sturgill is the other end. He's 6'7", 220. Now, they don't do a lot of passing, but, you know, those guys in a blocking pattern, I'm sure, could really open some holes.
It's a very good size. I know that is one factor that concerns Coach Acosta and the coaching staff greatly, along with the fact that linebacker Luke Shoemaker is questionable tonight. He suffered a deep thigh bruise last week, and his status is to be a game-time decision. As I watched him warm up, I would say that we'll see Luke tonight, at least sporadically, and maybe quite a bit. He's considerably better than he was at the beginning of the week, but I was a little concerned that it might be a knee injury, but it's a bruise to his thigh, so we'll keep an eye on him.
No real serious thing, but yet it's something you really have to watch, very painful. But Luke is a gamer. He's somebody, if at all possible, he's going to be in there.
And I know, especially on the defensive side of the ball, with a big, powerful team that's going to run right at you, you hate to be breaking in a new linebacker. So we'll see what happens as this game develops. Tulsa has won the toss, and they will receive. Joe Kress will prepare to kick off to start this game. The deep backs for Tulsa will be number 32, Jim Pertee, along with number 20, Dale Crabtree. And the kick is high in the middle of the field, and Pertee will take it on his own 12.
Straight up the middle of the field. He got a little gap there.
He's going to get across the 35. He'll be brought down by Jones, Kramer, and Scott as he reaches the 38-yard line. So the Tulsa Rebels, long trip up. I talked to the wife of the coach downstairs. She said it took about 3.5 hours by car. The team left about 11:30 this morning and stopped a couple of times. So you want to jump on them quick before they get their land legs back.
I think that'd be a good idea. It's a beautiful evening. A little cool setting this, and so I'm sure it's more comfortable for the boys on the field.
Number 15, the quarterback, Mike Dillon, he likes to keep the ball. He goes to his fullback.
Quick handoff. He's hit right at the line. Looks like Will Weddle, maybe.
That's number 81, the fullback, Jay Sullivan.
Will Weddle and Sam Scott in the middle of that line, putting the stop.
A 4-yard pickup to the 43. We look at the Seminoles and see Bird and end, along with Yoho. Scott at the middle guard. Shoemaker and Weddle, the linebackers. Lazier at the right end. Everybody up tight, anticipating the run. And Shoemaker is in there. And he'll pursue the man across the field and get a part of the tackle as he crosses the 48 for a first down. Lazier and Weddle on the tackle.
Yeah, they'll pick up their first down there on a nice sweep to Pertee, the number 32. Jim Pertee, tailback, 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's just a junior.
Sam Hannis is the right tackle that I did not mention. I mentioned the linebackers, Weddle and Shoemaker. In the secondary, Robinson, Trigg, Kress, and Kramer. The ability to stop the run is a major concern tonight because, as we have mentioned a couple times already, Tulsa will not put the ball up a lot. They'll get with both ends tight, the backs in an eye. They'll fake the fullback, the quarterback will keep it, and be stopped at the line. Sam Scott, Chad Yoho, and on the play.
He has short yardage, possibly 1 yard.
Give the quarterback Dillon a yard. Throws the ball just shy of the 50-yard line.
Nice play there, plugging that up. They didn't take the fake. Got the quarterback before he could get moving.
You can see a little difference in the defensive scheme tonight as compared to last week with a lot of people up tight. Where last week Shady side was going to pass. The pitch is the quarterback Pertee. He'll get about 5-6 yards before he's finally brought down by Hannis Scott, looks like, with Will Weddle also. But a nice gain on second down and 6 yards. The ball on the 44-yard line will bring up a 3rd and 3. And a very effective play a couple of times thus far this evening. Just the toss to the tailback and a couple of nice gains. So on 3rd and 3, again, both ends tight, back in the eye of a wingman to the right. Crowd trying to urge the defense on. They'll fake the pitch. The quarterback will turn up on a keep. That's Dillon. And he'll have another first down. Hannis and Weddle, and on the play. And
yeah, the quarterback there, number 15, Mike Dillon, faked the pitch and just turned it up inside and picked up the yardage for the first down. And they'll be at the 41-yard line for a nice gain.
So a couple of first downs just to make the Rebels feel a lot better after a long trip. And they can score points, averaging about 30 a game. They'll give to Sullivan, the fullback. They'll be stacked up in the center of the line after a gain of about 2. Scott, Weddle, and Yoho on the play. 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. Ball resting at the 38-yard line. Second and 8, Dillon into center. He'll fake and give to his tailback on a dive type play. That's Pertee. He is close to it. Appears that he has another first down.
First down.
At the 30-yard line. Some nice variation by Tolsia here in the early going with the fakes and some different angles in the early going, and seem to have the Seminole defense a little confused. We see Dimmerling entering the game in the tackle spot, replacing Yoho. It is 1st and 10, the ball on the 30-yard line for the Rebels. And they'll sweep the Pertee, and very little going this time. He's stacked up there.
He may have been caught behind the line there.
There's Dimmerling and Shoemaker and Scott, all a part of that tackle. No more than a half-yard pickup. Called second, about 9.5. We move inside, 8 minutes remaining in the first period. And always big to make a stop on first down. And now you need to come up and force this team into a 3rd and long situation and possibly force them to do something that they really don't like to do. Everything on the ground thus far. And they'll fake the fullback over the tailback and Pertee. We have a flag. Flag down. Tackle made on about the 25-yard line by
like Luke Shoemaker of Weddle. As Pertee picks up, looks like 5.
No reaction yet. I see a reaction now from the Seminole huddle. It would appear that the penalty is against Tulsa. And I see the Rebels are walking backwards as they form their huddle. So this will be a step off against Tulsa. And it is a holding penalty against the Rebels. Now back the ball up to the 34-yard line. We'll repeat 2nd down, but it will be 2nd and 14.
And that play had gotten them in nice positioning there. Is a nice job by Pertee. He does a really good job getting through the line, hitting that hole.
Yoho's returned to the lineup, replacing Dimmerling.
So that's a big play for both sides of the ball.
Right, the crowd, a little noise trying to, a little fake and go the other way. And a nice
mix-up in the backfield. Looks like Robinson.
Dustin came up and made a play. Sam Scott had a piece of the quarterback early, but I'm not sure. They made very well. Just been a fake, and then the quarterback reversing to go the opposite way.
Looks like they ran into each other, so there must have been some mix-up. But a nice defensive stance.
Well, fine job, Dustin Robinson, coming up, making the play. You're now in a 3rd and 15 situation, and we'll see what Tulsa has in mind here. But no passes yet. But if they were going to put the ball up, this would probably be the time. Defensively, everybody up kind of tight.
Well, they're looking for the pass here.
There's no screen pass.
Nice hit.
It's complete to number 39. That's Charlie Sturgill, a 6'7", 220-pound tight end, but he's brought down well short of the first down.
Shoemaker was on the stop.
So 4th and 8. Really not a bad play by the Rebels there. Get about half your yardage back on 3rd down. Now 4th and 8. You can do some different things. But the ball on the 28-yard line. Formation the same as we've seen, both ends tight. They'll be that way most of the evening. They'll give to the fullback, and he's stacked up well short of the first down. Luke Shoemaker comes out there with the ball, but I think the play was dead. And on 4th down, the Seminole defense has held, and a whole host of Seminoles in on the tackle there. Sam Scott doing a fine job in the early going in the middle, among others. Will Weddle also. So with 5:42 remaining, the Rebels will turn it over on downs, and the Seminoles will get their first offensive opportunity with the ball at the 24-yard line. Shoemaker will not be in the offensive scheme here early. Weddle will be at the fullback position. He'll be joined by Robinson and Kramer in the backfield and quarterback Joe Kress. Robinson to Kramer on a reverse. He wants to throw, now tucks it under and breaks a couple of tackles and gets near the 30 or the 28-yard line. Leisure is downfield, but Eric had to turn it upfield and get a few yards.
I could see him there. It looked like Leisure was going to break open, but he was pressured and had to squirt out of the pocket, but he did pick up 4 yards.
Cole Harrison in for Leisure with the play. Denny Knowlton is the center. The guards are Jamie Brewer and Trevor Friday. The tackles are Chris Dimmerling and Chad Yoho. And Manoa Geese, the tight end, on the far side. Slot left. Weddle. He'll be across the 30 to about the 32.
He stood up in the middle there by several of the Rebels, but he'll pick up possibly 3.
About third and a short 4. Ball just past the 31-yard line. Need near the 35 for the first down. Again, the slot formation to the left side. Crest back to throw. He's going out to Leisure. He'll make the catch, step away for the tackle, get upfield to the 45-yard line, first down. Just on a quick out, Keith Leisure with the reception and the first down.
Simple little pass play, just hitting him in the flat, and Keith turned it upfield and was wrestled toward the out-of-bounds line at the 46-yard line. Nice pickup for a first down.
Harrison and Hannes into the game with the play as Demmerling and Leisure check out. Put the ball on the 46 in Seminole territory. 3:50 remaining first period. Sweep right side, Robinson. Cuts back off a block across midfield to the 48-yard line, Tulsa territory, pickup of 6 yards.
Mike Dillon on the stop along with number 71, John Nettings. Dustin made something out of nothing there. Looked like he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage and picked up valuable yardage.
Nice pickup on first down, 6 yards. Second down, 4. A sweep play designed to go outside, but Dustin was able to cut back off of a block there and was able to see the hole and get a little bit of yardage. And 6 yards on first down, pretty good. The power formation in the backfield, wing right. We'll give the Weddle on the counter, and he'll have trouble getting outside, and he'll be hitting the backfield. He'll lose the 5 yards that Robinson picked up on the first down play.
Dan Dillon and number 32, which is Jim Petrie, along with the quarterback Dillon.
They'll mark Weddle's forward progress at the 49-yard line, so it'll be a loss of about 3, bringing up 3rd and 7. Shoemaker's checked into the backfield at the fullback position.
2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
They went to the screen pass, Cuss under a lot of pressure. He's going to break away. He's got some running room and still in his and he don't have the first down.
Nice job by Joe Kress.
What an individual effort by Joe Kress. They'll put him at the 46-yard line, and it is a first down.
Dale Crabtree, number 20, finally brought him down.
And that may pick things up right there. That's a super play by Joe. A lot of pressure there. He tried to set the screen up that we have seen a couple of times earlier in the year. It was not there. The pressure was a little bit more than you like. He was able to step away from 3 people, cut off another tackle, break another tackle, and get the first down. And he knew where the first down marker was.
Second, third, and fourth effort only brought that about. Great job, Joe.
Robinson, he's going to bounce it to the outside.
Still on his feet. He's close to a 35-yard line as he just would not go down.
Again, a couple nice individual efforts on plays here, enough to maybe get the momentum going a little bit, because we're very late in the first period. This is just the first Seminole drive, and looking at the potential to have a scoreless first period.
Jason Salmon, number 14, on the stop. But a nice gain of 8 yards.
Second and 2. 36-yard line. Slot to the left, backs in the eye. Robinson tough going as he crosses the 35, about the 34-yard line, but he's being very near the first downs. They'll stop the clock and take a look at it.
Sullivan and Nettings on the stop, and it's going to be close here to the first
And we're going to bring the chains in and have a measurement. From our vantage point here, that's very close.
It looks very close.
And it's going to be the nose of the football either way.
If that, yes.
And we're just short.
Has to be by inches.
Just short, bringing up third down and less than a yard. 6 3/4 inches, someone says. You're also in 4-down territory, so if you're not able to pick up the 6 inches on this play, probably will see an attempt to go for the first down on fourth quarter, or on fourth down. Less than 30 seconds in the period. Wishbone formation in the backfield for the first time this evening. First back Shoemaker
Got it.
and has the first down. And didn't really know Luke not able to do a lot in practice this week. He received some treatments this week on his thigh bruise and moving a lot better this evening than he was the last couple of days out on the practice field. He just mainly stood around and watched a lot of things. So hopefully we can get through the evening with no aggravation of that injury and not be something that will bother Luke the rest of the year.
It's a very painful injury and one kind of hard to treat. So it's 13 seconds remaining.
Crest to throw. They got here on the quick out again to Leisure. Let's spin to the outside. Skip doing a great job. He's got some opening to 10, 5, and touchdown. Keith Leisure. With 1 second on the clock remaining in the first period, the Seminoles on the board. A 33-yard Crest to Leisure play. 6-0 Monroe Central. And another fine individual effort from Leisure, stepping away from the first tackler and just spinning to the pylon and diving in for the touchdown just ahead of getting knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Pertwee was down to number 32 and gave a hit on him, but Keith able to keep his feet and get into the end zone. So we've got a 6-0 ball game. Only 1 tick on the clock.
Crest to attempt the point. Low snap. Ledwig gets it down. Joe Crest kicks it right through. Powerful. 1 second remaining in the first period. Monroe Central 7, Tulsa 0.
Tremendous job, Coach, as Tulsa coming out, and they had 3 or 4 first downs and marched the ball down before the fourth down play failed for them, and we were able to come back, and some very nice individual efforts by Seminoles.
A very good individual effort from Robinson, one from Joe Crest, and another on the touchdown from Leisure, just to not be denied. And that's 3 seniors right there, and it takes a type of senior leadership in any sport if you're going to be successful.
Makes it easy for a highlight show on Thursday night.
That's right. I might mention also, for the 3rd week in a row, the Seminole offense has taken their first possession of the game and marched down the field and scored. And there's the opening possession of the game, receiving the opening kickoff, weeks 1 and 2, forced to play defense on the opening possession tonight, but taking their first offensive possession and driving 76 yards and scoring on a 33-yard pass, Leisure from Crest. So we'll have time for the kickoff. Crest's kick is a little bit short. Portillo taking it around the 13-yard line. And he'll be out across the 35 near the 40-yard line.
Nice return.
Number 32, Daniel Ledwig, out on the play. And that will be the end of the first period with the score, Monroe Central 7, Tulsa 0.
Woodsville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce expanded inpatient and outpatient therapy services, including physical, occupational, respiratory, and speech-language therapy. Working with the patient's personal physicians, the center's nurses and licensed therapists carefully assess each individual and tailor design their therapy needs. To celebrate the grand opening, the community is invited to attend an open house, Tuesday, September 26th from 5:30 to 7:30. Guests will enjoy demonstrations and light refreshments and will have the opportunity to ask questions and tour treatment areas. Join us September 26th at the Woodsville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. At West 78 Auto Sales, we'll take anything on trade. Well, almost anything. If you're looking for a used car to fit your budget, West 78 Auto can fix you right up. Stop by and ask Dale about our financing. You buy here, you pay here. And on your way to or from the car lot, why not have a bite to eat at Hometown Restaurant, where home cooking is just like Grandma used to make. The mashed potatoes are real, the gravy doesn't come from a jar, and the homemade soup simmers to perfection. West 78 Auto at Hometown Restaurant in Woodsfield.
Okay, Coach, second quarter is going to begin here with 7-0 advantage for the Seminoles, and you can't cut it much closer than that. 1 second on the clock as we scored. Tremendous job.
Again, getting on the board first, very important. A pass over the middle to one of the big tight end. It's complete to number 39. That's Sturgill. It's complete for a big gain.
Charlie Sturgill is 6'7", 220.
I know they don't throw a lot, but Coach was concerned about the passing game because of the size of his tight ends.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 6'7", and the tight end on the other side is a big boy also. You'd think that they would throw more. I think he's, 6'5", but mainly used for blocking. But a nice catch right there by Sturgill, and a first down, big gainer to the Seminole 43-yard line.
That's what Todd
And a fumble in the backfield, and I think
ball is down.
I think he got the ball back.
I believe he
That
did.
was Pertee. I believe Pertee got the ball back. So, some Seminoles pointing, but they were just hopeful.
But a loss on the play. Like they're going to back it up 3, possibly almost 4 yards.
So second down and about 14. And again, that changes things from an offensive standpoint.
I think the pass definitely will have to be something they'll have to watch for with kids that size. The first play of this quarter was a nice play.
There's a reverse pass. He's going deep downfield and incomplete.
Number 10, Mike Boone.
That was the tight end, number 39, Sturgill, throwing the pass, and a nice throw. That ball was better than 50 yards in the air. A nice throwing ball, number 10, Boone, the intended receiver.
Only a freshman they have there.
Covered by Kress. And the receiver stumbled a little bit, just before the ball got there, or it could have been a big play. But again, a nice throw by the tight end. So nice play call. Catch things off guard. Maybe we haven't shown that with the limited amount of scouting that went on between the two teams. Third down,
quick hitter there.
Number 43, that's Bill Damon, a fullback, sophomore.
5'8", 180 pound.
He's going to get a nice pickup.
Nice yardage.
He's going to be at the 38-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down and 5. And I'm sure that the Rebels will go for it. They've showed no signs of punting yet. And they're going to call timeout to discuss the situation. So 10:25 on the clock in the first half. The Rebels are going to discuss this 4th and 5 and see what they can come up with.
Well, any team like this, Coach, coming that distance, and I believe somebody said that before the game started they were on the bus for 5 hours or so.
Somewhere near that. I know they were planning to stop a couple of times on the way to kind of stretch their legs a little bit. But
that's quite a trip.
Yeah, but they don't think a lot of that. Their trip last week was about 3.5 hours, so they spend a lot of time on the bus on the other road games. Some of the other schools down there in their county, I guess, they don't play each other, and they were forced to travel a long way.
Tulsa is in West Virginia.
It's a consolidation of a couple schools. It's on the Kentucky-West Virginia border. If you look on a map, one of the small towns that consolidated in is Fort Gay. It's about an hour below Huntington, directly south of Huntington. So look at the map and see that's a long trip.
That's a long trip.
I told somebody the other day, it's just like getting on a bus here in Woodsfield, going to Fort Fry, coming back, going to Fort Fry again, and still not being there.
Yeah, still not being there. Almost come back again.
So the Rebels up to the timeout will punt, and the punter Pertee showed a nice leg early, and we've got a whistle, and we'll see what the flag is. The official on the far side is the one that threw the flag. He'll go to the head official, the head referee, and call an illegal procedure against Tulsa. That'll back them up 5 more. And if they were thinking of a fake, I'm sure now on 4th and near 10, they will be forced to definitely punt the ball now. But it gives a little bit of room for the punter Pertee to angle for the sideline. Robinson single back as we'll watch for the possible fake. A good snap. A high kick.
And a long
Robinson will fair catch it and let it go, and it will roll into the end zone. And now we get the Seminoles out to the 20-yard line with 10 minutes and 13 seconds remaining on the first half clock. So the Seminoles, one possession, one touchdown. This time will be forced to go about 80 yards. Possession one, I believe, was 76 yards. And the 50-50 drawing, I believe, was won by someone from Tulsa. $222 on its way back to Tulsa. So it was worth that person's trip. So first down 10 for Monroe Central. Shoemaker, nowhere to go. He's going to hit hard a couple times at the line.
Sullivan again, number 81 on the stop. Jay Sullivan, 6'2", 216. Is he nowhere to go?
A yard out to the 21. But Shoemaker seeing a little more time now as we get into the second quarter, so once he got going, the leg must feel a lot better.
We're at the 9:45 mark here in this second quarter.
We're in a wing formation, and they'll give to Kramer, and absolutely nothing, a loss of a yard or more.
I believe number 15 on the stop.
Looked like Dillon, the quarterback on offense, shot through there, made the play. Eric will lose a couple of yards back to the 19. That'll bring up 3rd and 11. You look at some nice size out there. There's two defensive ends at 6'5" and 6'7". I don't think Coach Windland wants to try to get them on the basketball schedule this year.
No, sir.
Wishbone formation in the backfield. Crest to throw. Again, some pressure. He'll step up, throw to Robinson, and overthrow out of bounds. And that'll bring up a punting formation on 4th and 11. And Eric Kramer will drop back into punt formation with the ball at his own 19. A chance, Eric, a nice job last week, knocking a couple punts down inside the 10, one at the 2. And he can show his leg here and hopefully get into a good one and not give Tulsa a real good field position. This single back is back at the 50-yard line. Crabtree, number 20. They may try to put some pressure on Eric. The snap is good. There's some pressure. The kick is high but very short. And they'll let the ball hit, and they'll bounce backwards and be down at the 40-yard line by number 64, John Shoemaker. An excellent field position for the Rebels at the Monroe Central 40-yard line. So that didn't work out real well. Only about 21-yard punt by Kramer. So the Rebels in their best offensive position to start the series tonight, this being their 3rd possession, just inside the Monroe Central 40-yard line. Again, same formation, both ends tight. They'll give to the fullback, and a big gain. And still on his feet. A first down near the 25-yard line. Joe Kress comes up with the football.
The ball is loose there, but I don't see where the officials are.
The officials are going to talk about it. The clock stops, and no, first down Tulsa. I want to see him come over and explain this one to Coach Singleton and Coach Acosta on the sideline.
Jay is really upset on the sideline there as he's wanting an explanation.
It's an argument he'll not win. First down Tulsa at the 26-yard line. 13-yard pickup on first down.
Something that didn't look that good turned into a nice gain for
a great individual effort by the Rebels. They'll give it to the fullback again, number 43.
And he has a nice gainer.
He's at the 20-yard line. Little stunt by the linebackers as Shoemaker came through untouched and tackled the quarterback, but he already handed the ball to his fullback, number 43, Dameron. And 8-yard pickup to the 18-yard line, 2nd and 2.
So the Rebels are in good field position as they've got 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Big defensive stance would be good here for Seminoles.
They'll fake to the fullback, and Dillon, the quarterback, will keep it. He'll be to 15 for first down.
But it will be first, as you said.
Shoemaker is in on the tackle with another first down for Tulsa. And they've just kind of chewed out the yardage on a very steady pace here in the first half. And definitely in there a good scoring opportunity. First down, the ball resting at the Monroe Central 13-yard line. They'll sweep to the tailback per tee. Nothing doing. He'll lose a yard. Shoemaker, Weddle, and Trigg in on the play. A loss of a yard, maybe two. Back to the 15. Call it second and 12.
Beautiful defensive job there by the Central.
We saw a couple times last week the defense really doing a job with the pressure on. And we look for that defense to get better every week.
6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the second half.
They'll sweep to Pertee again to the right side. He'll be hit and brought down. Kramer on the tackle. Of the tailback Pertee. He'll be back to the original line of scrimmage, the 13-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and 10. But once again, 3rd down and long. Situation we know the Rebels are not really comfortable in. Quarterback drops. He wants to throw. He didn't have the football. Goes back and picks it up, and he's going to get about 5 yards.
Johnson making the stop there.
Looked a little familiar to a play. There was a key play last week with a fumble bouncing right back up. He dropped back to throw, didn't have the ball, ran back up and picked it up because no one from Monroe Central saw the football. He's going to pick up 5 yards. Tulsa will call timeout on 4th and 5. 5 minutes, 43 seconds remaining before halftime.
But it is a 4th down, Coach, and a big 4th down territory here as the Tulsa Rebels have really put together a nice drive, but they got the ball in good field position.
If the Seminoles can keep them off the board here and maintain that 7-0 lead, it'll be a big momentum boost. As the Rebels to again be in position to score and be turned away empty would be very, very disheartening. So we hope that's the case on this 4th and 5 play.
The Rebels coming in, Coach, with a 2-1 record. You know, they lost last week, as I said, but one of the scouts over here is telling me the teams that they had played, but, you know, we don't have any similar teams or anything to compare them with. But they're a nice-looking ball club. I was impressed, you know, for a team that's not known for passing. The one passing play that they did that was completed over the middle was impressive. You know, the boy did a nice job catching it. It was just kind of a quick pass to the middle. And with a kid the size they have, you would think they might use that a little more as the evening goes on.
Well, after the timeout, they'll come back out and will attempt a field goal. Number 32 per tee. They'll put the tee down at the 15, which should make it a 25-yard attempt. Snaps down, it kicks up.
And it's long enough.
And no good. Ball hooked a little bit. It's wide to the left. Have to wait for the officials. Very hard to tell from our vantage point. But the Seminole defense is held, and they'll turn the Rebels away. And the field goal attempt, no good. So at 5:38 before halftime, Seminoles will maintain that 7-0 lead and put the ball in play at their own 20-yard line.
And I would say it came out of that very fortunate because they were on the drive. Number 32, Jim Protee, the tailback, 6 foot, 190 pounds, only a junior, but he's kind of like a multi-purpose fellow.
He's been in,
nice leg.
Been in on a lot of things so far. Does all the kicking, punting, and place kicking. Shoemaker gets the ball. 4 yards to the 24.
Sullivan, along with number 81. I'm sorry, that is Meddings and Sullivan on the stop, along with Adam Sturgill.
He'll be the lead blocker on the play. And 4-yard pickup, as I said. 2nd and 6. Kramer in, Weddle out as we continue to run the plays down at the halfback position. Near the 5-minute mark remaining in the first period. Slot formation to the left for the Seminoles. Leisure wide left. Crest will keep around the right side and be hit by Pertee in the backfield.
2 blockers out there, and Pertee fought through and was able to get a hand on Joe Crest and knock him over. Nice job by Pertee.
I think if Joe had to do it again, he'd probably try to cut up off the block. But he tried to use his speed to get to the outside. Pertee just got a hand on him and brought him down. A loss of a yard. 3rd and 7 at the 23. Again, double tight end. The wing formation is Robinson to the left.
4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Fake, a couple of fakes, go across the middle, and incomplete. Kress trying to throw back against his body, and not real sure. Leisure and Robinson both in the pattern. The ball really not close to either. So another
pressure in the backfield. Jay Sullivan there got to Joe just about the time he released the ball.
So for the second time tonight, Kramer in punt formation as the Rebel defense, after the opening series, which they surrendered a touchdown, has looked good on the last two. Kramer to punt. Single back is number 20, Crabtree.
Crabtree on his own 45-yard line.
And a much better kick. Back at the 44-yard line. That's Crabtree. He'll be hit and brought down. John Shoemaker and Kress with a flag thrown at the spot of the tackle, and that's not going to be good. I believe that will go against the Seminoles. We'll get an explanation. It is a face mask penalty against Monroe Central. I tried to see what the number that the official said over here. Couldn't really tell for sure, but it is a 15-yard step off, and this brings the Rebels
36-yard line.
Rebels in excellent field position again, 36-yard line to start another drive. 3:57 on the clock.
Tremendous, twice in a row now, with tremendous field position for the Rebels of Tulsa.
First down, 10. And they'll give to the fullback. There's been some big yardage in there. It's number 43 once again, Dameron.
Dameron stopped there, looked like Luke Shoemaker. And on the bottom of that pile, getting up, is Yoho.
Pickup of 3 yards to the 33-yard line. Second down, 7. Less than 3:20 remaining before half. Need the defense of the Seminoles to rise to the occasion yet once again. And they'll give to the fullback again, and he'll be brought down after a couple-yard pickup.
Sam Hannis getting through there and getting him from behind, slowing him up, and helped by Scott.
Looked like Sam was through untouched, made the contact, got a little help from his teammates. Pickup of a couple of yards to the 31, but that's a 3rd and 5. We see Scott, Sam Scott out, Denny Knowlton in at the nose guard position. Try to get some fresh legs in at that position.
2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Second back for T. He's going to bounce outside, and he's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. That's been an excellent play for the Rebels. Once again, Jim Pertee from 31 yards out. And it's a touchdown for the Rebels to make the score 7-6 with the extra point upcoming. Not much you can say about that. Some nice ball faking by the quarterback, Dillon. Faking to the fullback, who has gained some big yardage thus far. Give it to the tailback, Pertee. And about the 3rd big gainer by Pertee tonight, and this time all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, showing good speed once he got through the hole. And they softened up that middle with the big fullback, and then just tossed it there to Pertee, and it was off to the races.
So big extra point. Big extra point, Pertee to attempt the point to try to tie the game. Snap's good. It kicks down, and no good.
No good.
Once again, the ball hooking to the left, just as his field goal did a moment ago. The kick going to the left, and the Seminoles have escaped one more time and will maintain a 1-point lead at 7-6 with 2:26 remaining in the half.
Let Swiss Lands Realty help you find what you need. A beautifully landscaped lawn surrounds this house in Woodsfield. The property is on 2 lots and has a huge 2-stall garage. Inside, this 3-bedroom ranch has 2.5 baths, a large living room, kitchen dining area, a storage room, and a utility room. New cool vent windows and new doors, another big plus. Beautifully maintained, this home is ready for you to unlock the door and move in. We take listings on all types of property at Swiss Lands Realty, 472-0614.
Okay, Coach, it's 7-6 ball game. Again, 2 minutes and 26 seconds as the Rebels put together a nice drive. You can't say anything about that last play. They did a really nice job faking to the big fullback, and you had to respect him. And Pertee, you know, he's the man of the game right now for Tulsa. Really doing a nice job.
But really, field position has been in the advantage of Tulsa all night, and the last two possessions in particular, and they took it in this time after missing a field goal the time before, and what a 7-6 ball game after the missed extra point. Pertee to kick, it's a high kick, pretty deep. Kramer inside the 10 at the 9. He'll bounce outside and slip down at the 26-yard line. So Seminoles will put the ball in play with 2:18 remaining in the first half with all 3 timeouts remaining. And we'll see what happens the first couple of plays here where the Seminoles can get something going. The last 2 drives have been very short-lived and punts and has resulted in excellent Tulsa field position. So backs are in the wishbone. The clock running now. Joe Kress under center. He'll give to Robinson, and no running room for Dustin Robinson. And
39, Charlie Sturgill, heavy man on the stop.
He'll be brought down about the line of scrimmage at the 27. And no gain, 2nd and 10. And just not much running room in there. So on 2nd and 10, we're now a minute 35 remaining in the first half. Again, the Seminoles with all 3 timeouts. They'll fake. Kress under pressure once again. He'll be hit and will lose yardage. The ball is loose, but the whistles are blowing. Whistles are blowing. The ball is dead. Monroe Central will maintain possession, but it's going to be a loss of a couple of yards on the play.
At a minute 15.
And
the whistle must have blown because that's all. The fellas out there just standing.
The repeated whistles were blowing. The Tulsa sideline thought they had the ball, but the whistle had blown. The ball's dead at the 25-yard line, a loss of a couple of yards. And you think, well, let's throw the ball more, but Joe's been back to throw a couple of times and had no time to throw and had to run for his life. So less than a minute with 3rd and 11. Kress wants to throw again. Quick out to Lazier, and not much for Keith on that play, maybe a yard, and Tulsa will quickly call their final timeout to stop the clock with 37 seconds left and force another punt by Monroe Central. Only about a 1-yard pickup on that Lazier pass reception from Kress. The ball at the 26-yard line, 4th and 11. And as I say, Tulsa calls their last time out to force the Seminoles into a punting situation and to give them one more shot offensively before halftime.
Yeah, it's a tremendous effort here. If they could get with a 7-6 ball game in 37 seconds, if they could put some pressure on the kicker, they're hoping for a short punt and maybe a nice return. At least they're going to get the ball in good field position with time enough for a couple, 3 plays.
Yeah, I think something that the team and the coaches have had to guard against this week, and I think of this as I look at our crowd kind of stunned to sitting over on this side of the field. Everybody thought this team coming up from West Virginia, the West Virginia schools aren't that good. This is not a good team. But yeah, this is a good team, and they proved it in the first half, and they're going to go to the locker room and think they can win, and it's going to be a battle in the second half. So Kramer once again in punt formation.
Crabtree back on the 40-yard line.
And we need Eric to really hit into one this time. The snap is good. Not a lot of pressure and not a good kick. It's going to twist and hit, and he'll get a little bit of a roll and let it roll across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. And now let a little time run off the clock. And with 25 seconds left, and the clock will start as soon as the ball is put ready for play. It doesn't leave Tulsa a lot of time in order to do something before halftime. So the defense will probably loosen up at the ball at the 44-yard line and guard against that long pass. And the clock will start and is now running. And Tulsa in the huddle. And they're losing some valuable time if they do intend to try to get another score on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to give up the big play here.
So Tulsa may, at this field position, may just let the clock run and the quarterback fumbles, and he's going to turn up and get some big yardage and get a first down, brought down by Robinson across the 45. And
he called timeout here at 5 seconds.
And the clock stops to move the chains, and Tulsa, with no timeouts remaining, will go to the line very quickly and try to get one more play off with 5 seconds, the clock now running. And 3, 2, they'll get the play off with 2 seconds, and they'll try a pass, and Jamie Burr will have the quarterback, but he'll get away and slip down. As he literally
fall on him after he slipped from the ball.
But Jamie Burr had the sack, and his quarterback slipped, and that'll end the first half with the Seminoles leading 7-6. We'll be right back with the Monroe Central halftime performance.
Thinking of building, buying, or remodeling? We can help with the cash you need at Woodsfield Savings and Loan, 105 West Court Street. We offer prompt, expert service and make every attempt to avoid red tape. We make it easy to obtain a mortgage loan or to receive a construction loan for the house of your dreams. Come to Woodsfield Savings and Loan for help with your future as we prepare for our future, facility and services. A new location, drive-through convenience and checking, but that same personal attention you've always counted on from Woodsfield Savings and Loan. The F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency was established in 1903. They have 3 agents and 3 customer service representatives to give you the kind of service you deserve. Being an independent insurance agency means they represent different companies, allowing them to compare for you. For all of your insurance needs, auto, home, life, bonds, business, or farms, contact F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency at 472-0876.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You can spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low, low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pop and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion dog food at big, big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
Westcourt Hair Fashions, new in name but the same in advanced high-tech hair care products and services. Westcourt is staffed with 10 highly qualified technicians to serve their clients' different needs. Products sold only in the finest salons include Nexus, Paul Mitchell, Mercado, each with a money-back guarantee. To keep that healthy look all year round, 2 Wolf tanning beds along with the best tanning and skincare products. Call 472-5350 today to get a new you and a new name, Westcourt Hair Fashions. Most of us don't spend a lot of time thinking about septic service until we really need it. Sparky's Septic Service is there when you need them with liquid waste removal, septic tank cleaning, or portable toilets. Sparky serves Eastern Ohio and the Northern Panhandle. When you need portable toilets for special events, call them at 472-0525. Remember their motto, in our business, a flush beats a full house.
Before winter stops you in your tracks, stop by Monroe Tire Center, formerly Alt Sales. The same top-quality tires, dependable service you've grown to expect. They've just added computerized front-end and four-wheel alignment service, specializing in front-end work including shocks, struts, and brake service. They carry a fine line of Hercules and Summit brand tires and can provide for all your tire needs, new, used, or retreads. They also carry car and truck batteries, as well as custom wheels. For honest, dependable service, call Monroe Tire Center at 472-5188.
You already know that Woodsfield Ashland has 100% pure gasoline along with kerosene and diesel fuel. And you know about Kirk's homemade ice cream available in more than 27 flavors. And about their great pizza. Call ahead at 472-1745 to order your pizza to eat before or after the game. But did you know that Ashland's the place for fantastic hamburgers cooked in just 45 seconds? Now that's fast food. And for dessert, top it off with Southern shaved ice in lots of flavors. For ice cream, pizza, hamburgers, or Southern snow, go to the Ashland right now. They're open till 11:30 Monday through Saturday until 10 on Sunday.
All right, back for the third period of play, and I was downstairs from our location here during the half, and some of the comments I heard from some of the Seminole faithful, Dale included, how can this many people be this quiet? You know, the Seminole fans are just almost in stunned silence as their team has kind of struggled, leading by just 1 point.
Tulsa has come to play, and it's an interesting ball game, 7-6.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
They had field position.
They didn't come all this way to lose.
No.
And
no,
now, with the first half they played, I'm sure they definitely feel they can win the football game. And some of the Monroe Central people, I'm sure, kind of expect to win easily every night out. And it's not always that easy.
It doesn't always happen. That's exactly right.
One advantage, the Seminoles will take the opening possession of the third quarter, as Tulsa will kick off. Robinson, Kramer, and Weddle are deep. The second line there consists of Trigg, Leisure, and Harrelson. And across the front line on this specialty team, Arden, Geese, Hannes, Friday, and Shoemaker. That's John Shoemaker. So the tailback, number 32, Jim Pertee, will tee it up. It's a little hard to say, Dale. Jim Pertee will tee it up. But definitely a key performer in the first half. His 31-yard touchdown run brought the Rebels back to within a point with just a couple of minutes before the half. And he'll kick off. And Robinson, who traded with Kramer, will take the ball to his 12, try to get to the outside, pick up a couple of blocks, and run out of room at the 22-yard line. A lot of running to the left and not a lot upfield as he tried to get behind his return wall. 10 yards on the return to 22.
Mike Dillon, brothers, I guess, on this team. Meeting there at the 22-yard line along with Crabtree.
So very good coverage by Tulsa on the kickoff. The Seminoles, on their opening possession of the third period, forced to put the ball in play at their own 22-yard line. And we'll see what kind of adjustments were made offensively at halftime. Shoemaker will be at fullback. And they'll go to Robinson on a straight dive, and only a couple of yards for Dustin.
He's met head on there. John Meddings, number 71, met him after a short gain. Looks like they're giving him possibly 2 yards, Coach.
The ball will be on the 24-yard line. 2nd and 8. We'll get a little different look here. We'll get a pro formation with the eyes in the back with Robinson, the flanker, out to the right. Leisure split to the left. And Kress wants to throw. He'll get Robinson. He'll try to pick up a block out there, and we'll get a flag, on the block. And unfortunately, they'll throw that flag right at Luke Shoemaker's feet, and I think Luke will be the guilty party. And that will definitely be against the Seminoles. The pickup of about 5 yards will be negated by the penalty, and will bring up a 2nd and long situation if Tulsa does in fact accept the penalty. They're discussing that with the captains right now, and we'll see what the decision is. Mark-off is from the point of the infraction, and it's a clipping penalty against Monroe Central. So really, for the 2nd time this evening, the Seminoles have hurt themselves with the penalty.
Put us in a hole here, as we're going to have a long way to go for a first down. Ball on the 12-yard line.
So 2nd down and better than 20 yards to go. We'll get a slot formation to the right. No place for a mistake right now. Robinson up the middle. Looked like he may have stumbled and slipped as he crossed the 15, 16-yard line. 5 yards for Dustin, and that'll set up 3rd and long. Call it 3rd and about 17.
Meddings and Jimmy Boone on the stop.
The Seminoles have played much of the game since their opening possession with their backs to the wall. And this is the case once again on the 3rd and 17 with the ball on the 16-yard line. Kress drops to throw. The fake, he'll lob it out here for Leisure, complete. Leisure at the break away from the tackle, will be out across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Nice job by Keith Leisure as he picks up valuable yardage. He stopped there by number 14, Jason Salmon. First down, Coach.
Maybe that'll get things going a little bit. 2 or 3 times tonight, Kress has completed the quick out to Leisure. That time, a quick pump fake and just throw the ball up and let Keith run under it. A big gain out to the 41-yard line. Get yourself out of a hole, and maybe that'll be the start of something.
Yeah, Keith doing a good job coming back to the ball. Good fake, releasing, and picking up the first down.
We get the wing formation with 2 remaining backs. Again, the fake and across the middle, incomplete.
And it's tipped.
Ball was deflected. Leisure was the intended. Yes, Leisure was the intended receiver and was deflected. And maybe not as good a fake for the running play there as what you would like, but the quick pop pass to Leisure, but was incomplete. 2nd and 10. Slot formation to the left this time by Monroe Central. Shoemaker, the fullback, Robinson, the tailback. Ball fake to Robinson. Kress back to throw. He'll throw downfield for Weddle and incomplete. Just off the fingertips of his left hand around the 40-yard line. As Kress spun it out to the right. We picked up some blocks from Robinson and Shoemaker there to give him some time. The ball just out of the reach of Will Weddle. 3rd and 10.
Just off the fingertips as Will out there. And the ball was where it had to be, just a little bit long.
So now 3rd and long after a couple of incomplete passes. Again, slot formation to the left. Kress straight back. Let's try to set up the screen. The ball is deflected. And we'll have a flag down in the backfield. Again. Shoemaker, the receiver, he'll be brought down about the original line of scrimmage. And let's wait and see what this penalty is. From the reaction of the Seminole sideline, it appears that the penalty is against Tulsa, possibly for roughing the passer. And it is a roughing the passer penalty against Tulsa. And that will be a first down. So maybe for the first time this evening, a flag will be of benefit to the Seminoles. I think a couple of the people of Tulsa there giving an explanation to the official, but to no avail. And that is a 15-yard step off. I thought 15. The officials kind of hesitated there before they put it down. I don't think the Tulsa side of the field is particularly crazy about the call. I missed it as I watched the flight of the ball. I really did not see the contact made there, but the official threw the flag right away.
But it makes it a first down, the ball on the 43-yard line into the Rebel territory.
That's correct, the ball at the 43-yard line.
9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Score is still 7-6.
Wishbone formation with Leisure split to the right. We'll go back to the running game with Robinson, but very little going inside for Robinson. He's collared by a couple of the big people in the middle of the line.
Charlie Sturgill, along with 81, Jay Sullivan.
Some very good blocking last week off the right side of the line, but the size that Tulsa has over there makes the chore much more difficult. A yard for Dustin Robinson, 2nd and 9. Slot formation to the right. The pitch to Robinson. He'll try to get outside. Step away from the tackle.
Oh, that's room.
He's to the 30 and knocked out of bounds at the 30. And that will be another Seminole first down.
Jay Sullivan along with Jason Salmons on the stop as they knock Dustin out of bounds. It is a first down. The ball looked like it's on the 31-yard line.
As was the case a couple weeks ago when Tyler presented some very large interior defensive linemen. Dustin was the key performer, able to get outside. And that really is the first time that Robinson has been able to get outside this evening. That's a big first down, the third of the half for Monroe Central, as they are now near the 30-yard line. Shoemaker.
Luke still on his feet. And we have
a couple of flags down. We have 2 flags, one over on this side of the field and another near where the tackle was.
And white jerseys all over the place.
And from what I'm hearing from the far side of the field, I think the call will go against Tulsa. And Shoemaker will hobble off the field there. At second and third effort there may have caused him to aggravate that thigh injury. That's a face mask penalty. Okay, so we got offsetting penalties. A face mask penalty against Tulsa, a holding penalty against Monroe Central. So the penalty's offset, so we'll do it all again, 1st and 10. Both flags were thrown by officials that were a considerable distance away from the play, but yet at times the people away from the play have the best view. So 1st and 10.
At 7 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Fake to Weddle. They'll pitch to Robinson on the option. He'll get outside, step away from a couple of people, and be out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Mike Dillon knocking him out, number 15,
and
at the 20.
That will be another Monroe Central first down. Another fine individual effort by Dustin Robinson.
And Dustin came very close to walking on that chalk line.
Number 13 here, Dan Dillon, a sophomore, was the first man here that probably thought he had Robinson in the backfield, and Dustin just able to turn up away from him and get the first down at the 20-yard line. Both ends now tight with the backs in a power eye. And Kramer. Tough going for Eric Kramer, 2, maybe 3 yards. That's called 2 yards to the 18. 2nd and 8.
The Rebels showing great pursuit of the ball as they certainly go after the ball carrier, as there must have been half the team.
Sam Hannis in with the play, replacing Chris Demmerling. As the interior lineman now will alternate the plays. Slot formation to the left. Robinson is the tailback. And he gets the ball right up the middle, away from a couple of tackles, near the 10-yard line, very close to another first down, and another fine individual effort by Dustin Robinson.
Steve Meddings, the first man to meet him there. Slowed him up so that 3 or 4 other Rebels could down him.
They'll mark Robinson a yard shy of the first down, 3rd and a yard with the ball on the 11-yard line. Slot formation to the right. Robinson bounces the outside, and not
He's
much.
gonna be short.
And he may not have it. I think you're right, Dale. From where the official's standing, it is very close, but I think just a little bit short.
13 and 32 on the stop. 13 is Dan Dillon, and 32 Jim Petrie. The Seminoles will take a timeout here at 5:50, 7-6.
A very big 4th down play. You've held the ball now for 6 minutes of the second half, and you'd hate to come away with no points, but a very big 4th down and less than a yard situation.
The Rebels have certainly come to play, Coach, as anywhere the ball is at, they're all there, gang tackling, and making it rough for the ball carriers this evening for the Seminoles.
Some definitely the pursuit, and with the points that Tulsa had given up during the first 3 games that they have played, you wonder about the caliber of people. Obviously playing some pretty good offensive people in their own right, because defensively they have played very, very good football here this evening. So we'll see what Coach Sarcosta and the staff have come up with on 4th down and a yard. The ball just shy of the 10-yard line. And you would hate to come the length of the field and not get any points out of what has been a very nice offensive possession.
Setting the situation as 4th and 1, 5:50.
Laser will split out to the right. The backs are in the wishbone. Kress goes behind Weddle. He faked the Weddle, just went in behind Will, and appeared to fall forward enough for the first down, but let's wait and see. It all depends upon the spot. Don't see much reaction from players on either side. And we have a Seminole also down on the play.
Chad Yoho being helped off the field, the injured Seminole.
And now after the injury timeout, we'll get a measurement, and it's very close. Not a real good spot from the Seminole standpoint.
Not a favorable, no, but.
And still no signal, and players are there. First down. And
a lot of disagreement out there in the huddle.
The Tulsa defense a little bit demoralized right there by seeing, they were hopeful there as they looked, and all 11 players were in there taking a look at it, and to see the official signal first down, and I saw one of their coaches over there, and he did not appear to be happy, but he didn't have a real good angle. But it is a first down from the 10-yard line. So with a couple of seniors on the sideline with an injury, the Seminoles will now try to punch it in. Kress to throw. He's going to the end zone, and it's caught but out of bounds. Lazier on the reception, but out of bounds. The official right on the play over there, incomplete, and bring it back 2nd and 10. And trying to look down here on the sideline, the injury to Yoho appears to be his shoulder. And I know Chad had a broken collarbone during baseball season, and it appears to be a re-aggravation of that. And the E squad, and also we have a new doctor that is with the team here this week, and I'm going to guess that the gentleman down there with him is that doctor. So in 2nd and 10, slot formation to the left. And Crush to throw again. He's going to keep. Not much running room. He's going to cut up and get back to the line of scrimmage. Did I say Tulsa may be demoralized a little defensively? They didn't show it on that.
Didn't show it there.
So 3rd down and goal. The ball just outside the 10-yard line. Seminoles cannot get a first down. They have to take it to the end zone on 3rd down.
Good pursuit again as Joe trying to break it to the outside with a couple blocks, but held up for nothing.
The Seminoles in possession now for over 7 minutes of the quarter. They've had the ball the entire quarter.
Under 5 minutes remaining. 4:50 remaining this 3rd quarter.
Kress wants to throw. Rolling. He's going into the end zone. Touchdown wide open.
Touchdown is
Eric Kramer. And that's a fine job by Kress. I'm going to say that's a secondary receiver picking him up. But it is a touchdown. The Seminoles with a big score on the board.
and a lot of pressure on Joe Kress as number 15, the quarterback, Mike Dillon, met him just as the ball was released.
And Eric Kramer's first touchdown of the year. That puts the Seminoles into a 7-point lead with the kick upcoming.
Tremendously hard fought yardage in those last few downs.
4:48 on the clock. Kress will attempt the point. Snap down, and it's going to be wide left, very similar to the Tulsa extra point. But with 4:48 left, Monroe Central 13, Tulsa 6.
Are you ready to try a new hairstyle, cut, or color, but you're hesitating to take the plunge? At Rita's Beauty Shop, you can actually see yourself with 12 to 24 style changes at no risk. Call Rita's today to sign up for Styles on Video. One day only, Sunday, September 24th. No scissors, no risk, and lots of fun. And for breakfast, lunch, or takeout, come to Village Bake Shop for hot and cold sandwiches, side orders, and fresh baked goods. Special orders are no problem in family meat packs and meat cut to your specifications. Don't forget about our deli and our special occasion baked goods. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till 2.
to 6, Monroe Central with a long drive, 7 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock to go 78 yards and get on the board with their opening possession of the second half, but still not really a lot of breathing room, but yet 7 points is better than 1. Kress will prepare to kick. Pertee is back as the deep back. Kress's kick along the ground.
Crabtree will pick it up. He's down.
And he's going to take it on a knee and be down at the 23, 22-yard line.
Dale Crabtree there picking up that loose ball on the ground, dropped to his knee, and of course the ball dead at that point.
So a little bit of break there. So now some defensive changes will have to be made here for the Seminoles, with Shoemaker and Yoho both currently on the sideline. We see Jamie Sampson, number 26, in the game. And we see Demmerling and Hannes, who have been alternating both at defensive tackle spots. Kramer will move up to a linebacker position, and Sampson will play in the secondary. And first back, the fullback, he's stacked up in the middle. That has to mean Scott and the linebackers, Weddle and Kramer, on the play. Maybe 3 yards on the pickup to the 26. Against a big running team, it's not exactly the time you like to be breaking in a new person in the linebacker position. But Eric Kramer up to the task. Everybody up tight now, just daring the Tulsa to throw the ball. They're going to give to the fullback, and he's going to be across the 30 to the 31-yard line, be about a yard and a half shy of a first down.
Jason Ludwig on the stop or helping with Boer. But it does bring up a third down. 3 minutes and 40 seconds in this third quarter. 13-6 is the important part.
The Seminoles in a 6-man front with the linebackers in tight on this third and short situation. They'll give to the fullback once again. Very little running room, but some second
He'll fall
effort.
forward,
They
I
give him
believe.
the first down. That's number 43. Once again, that fullback is Bill Dameron. 5'8", 180-pound sophomore. A lot of young kids on this Tulsa team.
Yeah, they're very high on their sophomore class. Somebody up here was telling me a little bit ago, and believing that in the future they will have quite a good team. And they're not too shabby right now.
But there is no return trip scheduled for the Seminoles next year going down to Tulsa. It's a one-year contract. So on first down, there's the pitch to Pertee again.
Pertee.
He's going to get outside and be brought down by Kress.
Joe Kress met him head on there. Nice job by Joe.
But the pickup is going to be near 6 yards to the 40-yard line. Before I forget, I want to make mention here of the reserve schedule for this week. There will be a reserve game, and it will be here, and Bellsville will provide the opposition. But you might want to check with people if you're coming out, because there's some question marks whether Bellsville has enough people this week to play a reserve game. But the reserve game will be here this week against Bellsville on Monday night. 5 o'clock is the starting time. Reverse to number 10, Boone, and he's going to be brought down across the 40.
Ball carrier.
Is that Trigg? I believe on the tackle.
Robbie Trigg.
The ball just across the 41-yard line, 3rd and 2.
Mike Boone, the ball carrier, is 5'10", 140-pound freshman. 3rd and 2. 150.
So again, a goal line, short yardage defense by the Seminoles on 3rd and 2. They'll give to the fullback, and he's going to be stacked up, and he appears to be short of the first down.
He keeps those legs moving, and he's a hard man to bring down.
From here, it looks like he's around a yard short, or just under a yard.
I believe.
They may take a look at it here, but he does appear to be well short of the first down.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be too close.
A lot of Seminoles in on the play, in the middle of the line. And this short yardage defense, see a lot of people being changed. They try to get an extra lineman in there. We'll try to take a look here at the measurement. And it is short.
It's going to be short by a good bit.
By, like I say, just under a yard. So we'll see what kind of gambling team Tulsa is after their long trip up here. They are going to come out, and they're going to go for it from their own 43-yard line. And a big defensive play by the Seminoles.
A minute 37 in the 3rd quarter.
Watch for some kind of a stutter count here to try to draw the Seminoles offside. We got a flag. And somebody for Tulsa lined up in the neutral zone.
My land.
What a crucial offensive mistake by the Rebels.
I should say, Coach.
And now, we will head back to the punt.
They had to feel, by the way they were able to move the ball, that they could pick up a yard.
Looked like the linemen had cut their splits down all in there tight, and possibly the guard on the right side, his head was in the neutral zone. That is encroachment, and that changes everything. On now 4th and 6, Tulsa and number 32, Pertee, will punt the ball, and the defense has held, and are going to get the ball back for the offense.
Kramer and Robinson will be standing back on their own about 20-yard line, 22-yard line.
Snap was bobbled. It kicks away. It's a good kick. It's short, and they'll let it hit, and it's going to roll, and it's going to take a Tulsa roll. It's going to be down at the 20-yard line. An excellent roll on the hard ground, and that'll end up being a pretty nice kick, a little over 40 yards on the punt, including the roll. So the Seminoles, though, have held, and with the 7-point lead and 58 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, will have possession of the football. And again, with some different people in. Now, because of the injuries, Hannes has had to move over to the right offensive side of the line. He's usually on the left. Slot formation to the left. And we have whistles. We have whistles. And just before the snap, there is no play. And we'll wait a signal from the officials. And it is a procedure penalty against the Noles. And that will
return the favor for them as we...
That will back things up now to the 15 for 1st and 15. 30 seconds remaining, third period with the clock running. A few more penalties tonight than what we have seen during the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, and both of those penalties are very crucial. For the Rebels, of course, was crucial as they were 4th and 1, and here putting the Seminoles back deep in their own territory. Big offensive play right here for the Seminoles.
Robinson will be the ball carrier, and no yardage at all, as he may not even was able. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. The third quarter has ended, so the score: Monroe Central 13, Tulsa 6. We'll be back with the fourth quarter.
For almost any size job, the area's most extensive fastener display is at Ager Hardware. Small engine belts in all sizes, too. And it's that time of the year for organ chains and bars and, of course, hunting licenses, shells, and accessories. Home improvements are easy with the large inventory of electrical and plumbing supplies and standard bathroom fixtures. A full line of kitchen and laundry appliances are always in stock. Custom paints for interior and exterior fall fix-ups. Special services, screen repair and glass cutting. Car wax and car care products, bikes of all kinds, and just arrived vent-free and kerosene heaters. Eggers, much more than a hardware store.
John and Steve of Weber's Pharmacy were born and raised in our area and care about you and your family. Over the years, they've served our community with after-hours emergency service, quality products, and competitive prices, friendly staff, and that special hometown touch. With that same spirit of hometown pride, John and Steve wish the Monroe Central Seminole teams and coaching staff good luck for a safe and successful season. Remember Weber's Pharmacy for all your health care needs. You're not just a number at Weber's Pharmacy, you're part of the family.
Well, Dale, looks like a case of nothing's easy again tonight here for the Seminoles. They've got their hands full with just one period left to play.
Yeah, we're back now, it's 2nd and 15. And, with the way the Tulsa Rebels have been hitting, this is not an ideal situation for our offensive position. And we have Seminoles down here on the sideline injured. Yoho being attended to by the doctor. Looks like a shoulder injury. And, of course, Luke has re-injured that thigh bruise.
Yeah, just because we have a doctor available now doesn't mean we don't need any business.
That's right.
So Chris will throw on second down. He's going to slip, and his knee will hit the ground. As he wanted to hit either Kramer or Lazier out here to the right side, but when he slipped, and that was probably the one spot on the field where the grass is not real good. The field is very green except for that one end down here. That's where they work on the kicking game a lot in practice. So the grass is very, very thin down there. Jerry just lost his footing, went down on a knee, and lost back to the 8-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 22 for the Seminoles back at their own 8. And you've got to be careful now not to make a mistake back here. Slot left. Kress wants to throw. He'll give it on a draw to Robinson, and nowhere to go. Third, a loss of 3. That's going to bring up 4th down and 25, and Kramer will be forced to punt from his own end zone.
Sullivan, number 81, on the stop with a help there from a number that I couldn't see. But Dale Crabtree will back here as this is a big punt out of our own end zone here.
Crabtree standing on the Seminole 38-yard line. Kramer in the middle of the end zone to punt. The line of scrimmage, the 5. The snap is good. A little bit of pressure. It's partially blocked. It's going to be taken by an up back, number 13. And he'll be wrestled down at around the 15-yard line.
Dan Dillon.
But
the big story here is they're going to have the ball on the 13, 14-yard line.
Who was that on the block, Dale?
I didn't see the block. Number 13, Dan Dillon, was who came up with it. I didn't see who got a hand.
I think one of those big defensive ends on the right side with that good size, about 6'5", 6'7", may have got a hand up and deflected it. Tulsa in excellent field position. They'll give to the fullback. That's number 43, Dameron.
Kramer with a hand on the leg, getting up from the bottom of the pile, I believe is Weddle.
But the pickup of,
that's Knowlton.
About 2 yards. And once again, this Seminole defense is going to have to rise to the occasion. And as a young group, they've been asked to do a lot of maturing in just the 3rd week of play. So far, they've been up to the occasion. Let's hope that continues. And for One of the few times tonight we have a little noise from the Monroe Central side of the field. The quarterback will keep it.
Quarterback keep.
He's inside the 10 to around 9.
Looks like Kramer and Robinson. Robinson meeting him head on there, but after a gain of possibly 3 yards. Quarterback Mike Dillon faking to the fullback and stepping to the outside, picking up yardage. Well, they placed the ball on the 9-yard line.
And the clock continues to run, and now one of the officials will stop the clock. The head referee helping Dillon with some repair work on his pads, and nobody stopped the clock, and it continued to run. But it will stop now with 9:10 remaining. 3rd down, and call it 5 with the ball on the 9-yard line. And the one official coming over, and I believe he may put some time back on the clock. And the official going to Coach Singleton, who will relay the message up through Coach Briggs to the timer. And they're going to put some time back on the clock. They put 15 seconds on the clock to 9:25. And I have to say that probably is the correct move, because the official went back
a long time.
The official went back to put some to help the man with his equipment and just forgot to stop the clock. So 3rd and 5 as the clock will now start. The crowd up, the band up, the pitch to Pertee. He's going to get down near the goal line. He's just shy of the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down. That is Pertee, the tailback, who's had an outstanding evening carrying the football.
1st and goal, 9 minutes, 10 seconds.
And with the ball on the 2-yard line, the Rebels with 4 cracks from the 2, and they're going to be tough to stop from here.
Big task for the Seminoles.
The quarterback doubles the snap, he picks it up and keeps it, and he does score.
The score.
We had no signal, but after a short delay, it is a touchdown.
It looked like Mike Dillon, the quarterback, dropped the ball, picked it up, and was able to just step into the end zone.
So with 8 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game, the quarterback Dillon scores on a 2-yard run. And it is 13-12. And once again, the extra point is being a key part of the game. And the miss we had at the end of the 3rd quarter, as Tolsia will line it up, and after the long trip, no ties. They're going to win it or lose it right here. Dillon pitches to Pertee, and he is stopped. John Shoemaker, Jason Ludwig, Jamie Burr, and I think probably some other people had a part of that. And the run fails, and the Seminoles escape with a 1-point lead with 8:51 remaining.
13-12, Coach. You can't get any closer than that. Last week the extra point was the big difference, and this week it could be again. But we've got a lot of ball games.
I've heard several times since last week, Coach Grinch of Shadyside himself says he's second-guessing himself for not going for 2. Well, after the fact, that's easy, but there was still 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in that game, and at that time, the way it was going, you would have thought there would be more scoring in the game.
Yes, you would have thought here with 8:51, I thought maybe the Rebels might have gone for the kick, but you can always look back.
But the fact that they missed a short field goal, they missed an extra point kick, and they came 5 hours, and they didn't come 5 hours to tie and play overtime.
Right.
They came to win. It didn't work out for them, but I think an excellent call by their coaches. So the Seminoles will lead 13-12, and they'll get the ball back, and we hope we'll be able to get some points, because I don't want to go down to the wire again with a 1-point lead. And I'm sure some other people here don't either. So Pertee will put it on the tee and will kick it, and it's a high
long kick.
Kramer will take it on the 14-yard line. Side pass across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Some excellent coverage on that high kick different times tonight by Tulsa Rebels.
Number 22 on the stop, Justin Crum.
So the Seminoles at their own 28-yard line. We'll have it 1st and 10. Chad Yoho back in the game offensively now, and I don't know if he was in earlier, but I do see him in now. I think he just now returned.
Yeah, he just put his jersey top back on. He had ice on his shoulder just shortly, and so he's going to go back in and try it.
Wishbone formation, Crest fakes. He's going to throw it out here short, and
Dustin Robinson.
it is complete to Robinson. A pickup of 6 yards by Robinson.
Number 14 on the coverage, Jason Solomon.
Well, that ball fluttered around in the air for a long time over there, and there was a defender near it, but
that's not what he wanted for an interception.
Dustin made the catch down on his knees. 2nd down, 4 from the 34. Slot formation to the left. The back's in the eye. Sweep, Robinson.
He turned
and we get a
flag.
And that's going to come back.
I think that'll be holding possibly.
We'll see what the call is, but it is going to be on the block, and it's going to be against the Seminoles. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and long. And it is clipping against Monroe Central.
Oh, my. And that puts us way back in a hole again.
Back to the 18-yard line. That's a step off from the point of the foul, and the point of the foul was behind the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 20.
7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. 13-12.
Backside pressure as Crest goes to throw. He'll get a couple blocks. He'll throw, intercepted. Trying to throw off the run. The ball is intercepted at the 32-yard line.
Number 20, Dale Crabtree on the interception.
And Tulsa in excellent field position, as they have been much of the evening, at the Monroe Central 32. 13-12, Monroe Central leading by one very slender point with 7:12 left. A lot of excitement by the people on the Tulsa side of the field as they can see a victory out there for them.
Big series of downs for
everybody uptight.
Tulsa Rebels.
The fullback
down, but I believe he did get a handoff to the fullback.
The fullback, and looked like number 33 Kramer threw there and had him by the ankles, brought him down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard. You can see on that play everybody uptight, not really thinking that Tulsa will throw the ball from this situation. It's strength against strength. 2nd 11. The crowd trying to fire up the defense. Again, Dameron.
This time, Damon.
He'll get about
Dameron,
3.
Ball carrier.
Looked like Hannes was among the first people in on the tackle. The ball at the 29-yard line. 3rd and 7. Yes, 3rd and 7. 4-yard pickup for Dameron on that play.
And we're nearing the 6-minute mark remaining in this ball game. You can't get better football than this.
3rd down, 7. Tulsa will sweep it. We have a flag down. And he's going to break through and score, but we're going to flag down. And
it's in the backfield.
It is in the backfield. The fullback was in motion at the snap, so that is coming back. So the Seminoles are at least temporarily going to dodge another bullet. And I believe the fullback moved just prior to the snap as he tried to get out in front to block. And
Jim Purtee was the ball carrier, and he had broken into the open, and he was wide open. He was going to easily score.
Jim Purtee, 6 foot, 190-pound junior, a fine-looking tailback. But the touchdown is nullified. The 5-yard penalty will put the ball at the 34-yard line. and bring up 3rd and 12.
So another example, Coach, where the offense kind of shot themselves in the foot. Now they've got 3rd and 12. Last time they had the ball, they had a penalty, which caused them the ball. So let's see what they'll do here. 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
They'll give the second back per tee, and he gets through again, and he'll have the first down. But
I believe he's got first down.
Joe Kress had a hold of a shirt tail, or he would have been gone. That play has been very effective for Tulsa all night, where they fake to the fullback and give to the tailback per tee, and he has been able to get big yardage off the right side all evening, and a big pickup there on 3rd and 12. And so he'll get 14 yards and a first down. 5:20 remaining in the game. And we have another flag, and the right end on the Tulsa side was in motion before the snap. So another penalty against Tulsa.
And of course the ball is going to Purty again, Coach. That play really seems to be effective for the Rebels.
But the tight end on the right side did move ahead of the snap. So 2 big motion penalties against the Tulsa Rebels here on this possession. And let's hope that is an advantage, and the Seminoles can make that work their way before we're done. 5:05 remaining, clock running. They'll pitch
Again, same play.
to Purty. They'll try to cut back and be brought down at the 20.
Kramer, along with Dimmerling on the stop.
Yes, Kramer and Dimmerling on the play. They'll put him down at the 21-yard line. 2nd down, 11. This very well could be Tulsa's last opportunity at scoring. So if we can get a stop here, there'll not be a lot of time remaining.
Yeah, we need 2 big defensive plays right here by the Seminoles.
2nd 11. Less than 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. They'll give to the fullback, Damon. He'll have 5-6 yards at the 15-yard line, and now set up a 3rd and about 5 situation. They'll mark him down just shy of the 15-yard line. Third down and call it 6.
Damron, the fullback, looks a lot bigger than 5'8", 180 pounds when he has the ball. He really does a tremendous job.
Both the fullback and tailback have run very hard. 3rd and 5. They'll pitch to Purty. He cuts it up, and a flag is down. And it will go against the Tulsa Rebels for the 3rd time in this series of plays. A flag against Tulsa.
3 minutes and 45 seconds.
And a clipping call.
Big deal.
Clipping against Tulsa.
Penalties play such a crucial part in the ball game.
And that's going to set up a 3rd down and long situation. And we have seen the clipping penalty called about 3 different times this evening on an outside run like that. A couple times against Monroe Central, that time against Tulsa. So some sets of officials watch for certain things, and they're watching the blocking on that sweep. So now 3rd down back at the 32-yard line. 3rd and 22. And a pass. That's a screen to Purty. And he'll be drawn down. John Shoemaker makes the tackle from behind at the 24-yard line. Freshman John Shoemaker caught Purty from behind, and now bring up 4th down and 14. 4th and 14. As we are at 3 minutes remaining in the game. 3 minutes. And timeout, Tulsa with 2:58 on the clock, as they'll use one of their 3 timeouts to come up with a 4th down play.
It's that time of year again. Time to fix up that wood cutting equipment. Sandy Patton at Patton Small Engine Service can service that old chainsaw or fix you up with a new Poland Pro chainsaw, trimmer, or brush cutter. Whether you're in the timber business or just cutting firewood, Sandy has a Poland Pro that's right for you. He served our community with quality products and reliable service for many years. For dependable service, give Sandy a call at 472-5675. Open Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 6. Patton Small Engine Service.
A big defensive position here, Coach. 2 minutes and 58 seconds, 13 to 12, 4th and 14. How do you like that?
Well, it comes down to this every once in a while. You know, the ball game really rides on this play. If Tolsia is to have a chance to win the game, they have to convert this 4th and 14 situation.
And not knowing much about the team, you don't know what to expect. You know, they've got big ends to throw the ball to. We'll see what happens.
The quarterback, Dylan, will drop. He'll pump fake. He'll go long to the end zone. And broken up.
All right.
Broken up by Joe Kress.
Joe Kress.
The ball intended for number 20, Dale Crabtree. Let's give some credit to number 10, Jason Ledwig, who had the coverage on Crabtree. And Kress came from off the play and made the deflection. And it's incomplete, and the Seminoles will take over with 2:51 remaining. So now you got to make sure you hold on to the ball, no fumbles, get a first down, force Tolsia into using their timeouts. After the incomplete pass, the clock will not start until the snap, but 2:51 is left. Will Reynolds now the fullback. He's joined back there by tailback Robinson and Kramer in the power I. They'll give it to Kramer. He just tries to cover up and not fumble here as he is to the 24-yard line. That's the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard. We'll keep an eye on the clock. It's running with 2:35 remaining. Tolsia with 2 timeouts left. We'll see how they choose to use them. They may use those timeouts here after this third down play. Or excuse me, after this second down play. Seminoles letting as much time run as possible off the clock. Kress will keep. He'll cut up. He'll have some room. The first down.
He's up close to the 40-yard line. Number 20, Dale Crabtree on the stop.
For the second time tonight, Joe Kress uses his speed, and a pat on the back for Joe there to big number 76, Chad Yoho. I think Chad made a key play right there, a key block to help Joe get upfield and get that first down. You're now at the 39-yard line. And with 2:06 remaining, Tolsia will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
Let's go! Just like the Monroe Central Seminoles, you can be a winner at Loveday Motors.
Win big with Loveday's large selection of new or used cars, trucks, and vans. Win big with service after the sale. Loveday's in Woodsfield takes pride in their community and in their dedication to serving you.
Be a winner at Loveday Motors.
We'll make sure we get this final 2 minutes left. Tolsia with 1 timeout. Robinson will be hit in the backfield and brought down. Number 39, Sturgill, the 6'7" defensive end, made the play. We're inside 2 minutes. Second down and 12.
Maybe the biggest story is the clock as it runs down within 140. 13 to 12, 2 weeks in a row. 1-point ball games here if we can hang on.
We made the comment last week that people here aren't used to seeing these tight ball games and going right to the wire, and this is 2 weeks in a row. But hopefully this will also be a Monroe Central win. Kress again will keep. He's going to cut up field again and have good yardage out across the 45 to the 47. It's about a yard short of a first down, but a nice gain there by Joe Kress.
Just a great job that time.
And
it up again.
Tolsia will call their final timeout.
1:12. Joe Kress doing a tremendous job there, Coach, as he just turns, bootleg the ball, cutting it up to the inside, and just his athletic ability, picking up the first down, and now very close to the first down.
That's an aspect of the offense we have not seen a lot, and that's the third big gain we have seen Joe get tonight, and none bigger than the 2 right here. Of course, that first one also got a key first down prior to the first touchdown. You know, Joe's had a very good night tonight with a couple of touchdown passes, and an extra point kick after the first touchdown. It is the difference in the game.
Yeah. 3rd and 1 here with 1:12 and a 13-12. You can't ask for very much more excitement than this, Coach.
Tulsa is now out of timeouts. Will be 3rd and 2, and if the Seminoles can pick up a first down on this 3rd down play, they'll be able to run the rest of the clock out with Tulsa unable to make a stoppage. If you do not get the first down here, you'll still be able to take a lot of time off before you punt, if you punt.
Yeah, this is not the situation, though. I wouldn't want to give the ball back at this point in the ball game.
So
It's been a rough
3rd
inning.
3rd down 2. We'll see what we have right here. Kramer will be winged to the right. And they'll give to Robinson, and he'll not get the first down. He'll only get about a yard, and he needed 2. They'll stop the clock to take a look at it. And one official signaling stop, another official signaling start. So the clock is stopped with 1:04 remaining.
71, John Meddings, and 54, Jeremy Maynard.
Last time the Seminoles went in punt formation, the punt was deflected. So important right here to get good blocking and for Eric to get this punt off, and Tulsa has to go the length of the field in the last 40 seconds. We'll let the clock run here as we're now down to 45 seconds.
Dale Crabtree back.
And he does get it off, and it's probably the best punt of the night.
Crabtree will go back to the 10.
Back to the 10. He'll try to get upfield, and he'll break a couple of tackles and still be on his feet before finally brought down. But again, that running took some more time off the clock. 30 seconds as they'll stop the clock
Kramer
to
and
set the
Shoemaker
chains.
on the stop.
Fine job by Kramer and John Shoemaker, or by John Shoemaker getting downfield there. So with 30 seconds left, Tulsa has a man down. And with no timeouts left, and Tulsa has not been a passing team, they're going to have to pass the ball here to try to get downfield in 30 seconds. The line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line. Oh, we have an injury to the Rebels.
Crabtree down as they're working on a leg. I don't know whether it's a cramp or something more serious. Hopefully not. With only 30 seconds remaining in the ball game, 13-12. And could get more exciting than this. Tulsa came a long way, and they came to play ball. They didn't come here to lose by any means. They've certainly have done a nice job.
Yeah, this will make them 2-2 if the score does remain the same. And they play St. Mary's next week, and they're the kind of team that could pick up some very valuable points in the computer ratings for the Seminoles. But we'll need to stop him a couple more times here. Dylan to throw. He's forced out of the pocket.
And he's down.
Brought down by Leisure and Hannes.
And Sam Hannes.
Leisure and Hannes. And the clock running now inside 12 seconds. Unlike Pro Bowl, where you stop the clock on a sack, it continues to run here. And they'll spike the ball and stop the clock with 4 seconds left. That's a new rule this year, Dale, that you could always do in college, or excuse me, could do in pro football, but could never do in college and high school football, and that was spike the ball. And the quarterback, Dylan, took advantage of the rule change and stopped the clock there. So with 4 seconds left, Tulsa will be ready. We'll be able to get ready for one play. The ball on the 21-yard line, 22-yard line. Joe Kress back near midfield. Ledwig Robinson also about 20 yards off the ball. As we have people out and in. And that's going to be a penalty. That's not going to count. That's the tight end pass again. And it's broken up by Joe Kress. And the penalty for illegal motion by Tulsa will be declined. And that'll be the ball game, Dale. Another hard-fought one-point win. Well, let's just wait until we get the final signal here. But that should be the case. The penalty against Tulsa. And the ball game should be over.
I think finally the band and the fans are getting into this one.
And the signal was for illegal substitution. And I think Tulsa had 12 people on the field, and the last man did not get off the field. The pass was incomplete, broken up by Kress, and it took some work once again, but we're 3-0. I know a lot of people probably want to say, well, your ball team was flat after that big emotional win against Shadyside. But I'll tell you, flat had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
The guys in the white shirts that came to play had a lot to do with it.
They sure did. And it was a tremendous ball game. You can't take anything away from the Tulsa Rebels, as they did a tremendous job. They're a nice ball club, and they're going to beat some people this year.
And I see a discussion over here. I think a couple of the Tulsa assistant coaches may have said something to the officials as they left the field. I know they're not real happy with some penalties. It negated a potential go-ahead touchdown for them in the fourth quarter. But, you know, those things happen, and I'm sure they feel like they got the short end of the stick. But the films will probably show that it was, in fact, penalties.
Okay.
So
the big point is, we're 3-0, and next week we go to Caldwell.
Right.
Which again, won't be.
The Noble County Fairgrounds will be the site of that. 7:30. The Caldwell Redskins were 1-1 going into this weekend's home game against Belpre, and a very improved Caldwell team. And it won't get any easier.
No, they're always a nice team to play, and they come ready to play. So for the entire crew up here on top of the roof, it's been a tremendous evening. For Brian Easterling on the camera, Joe Palmer, Coach Stevens, and myself, Dale Eddy. We'll see you next week.